hi. Things have happened. I know I'm early again. That's not the point. The point is things have happened. Last stream, we uncovered a puzzle, a mystery, a cipher. And I said that I would go out and try my best at solving it. And wouldn't you know, I think I found a solution. The recordings of me in private trying to solve it have been cut down and shall be appended to the end of last stream's VOD recording, so you'll all be able to see it. But I'm just gonna stall for time a little bit just to let the people who don't know what's going on run away in fear. You know, so I don't spoil it for them, because I will be explaining my process here. And we are going to be investigating the new lead I have as a result of this. It's a pretty good one. It connects a thing that I didn't even realize was a mystery, or at least I forgot it was a mystery, with a thing I hardly ever use. The perfect key, the perfect lock. I'm gonna enter the estate and then I'll explain things. That'll be my threshold for, like, we're in the thick of it now, run away. Got a lot to think about, huh? Here we are. Welcome to day 151. So, first off, as a bit of a casual just update on things, we are going to check the results of our exam. I expect to get a slightly better score in Erasion than attempt 2, but maybe only the same as attempt 1. Okay, Erasion is sitting at 67%. Interesting. Eventually, just through further attempts that I do in the future, I hope to eventually just nail down the missing components that I don't entirely understand about Erasion. I get the basic gist. I think I don't understand combining complicated concepts into the Erasion full string of text. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, it seems like I've got nothing left to do but explain myself as I walk ominously towards the outside room. So, this is going to be the last call to anyone who doesn't know about this. If you are unfamiliar with a 5x5 grid of 4-letter words, stop listening now. Possibly run away. Go watch the earlier streams. Clearly you've got some catching up to do. I'm gonna talk about it on this bridge. For atmosphere. So we found that paper in the family core zone. And I thought, hey, I'll go and try and solve the stuff. So I recorded my results. I actually recorded the process, but more important is the results. My first attempt was to use just regular old Caesar cipher. And that went nowhere. Understandable, considering it was already words. It just converted into nonsense. But then I thought, why aren't I using the family or the numeric core system for this? It's how I got to the safe. It's how I got the key. It's the additional material that was requested in the filing cabinet downstairs. Why isn't it relevant? And during the stream, I did contemplate this, but I dismissed it as being, well, they're letters, not numbers. I can't do numeric core math on letters. But then, when I started getting into the code vibe, I realized Wait a minute, why should I care? Data is data. It's the same data, it's just reinterpreted. So, I converted all of the letters into numbers. I swapped out the A's for 1s. I swapped out the B's for 2s. I swapped out the C's for 3s. And so on and so forth. And that gave me 25 separate groups of 4 numbers. The exact amount of numbers we need to do some numeric cores. So my idea was to take those groups of 4, find the numeric core, and then take that core and interpret it back into a letter. And that's exactly what I did. And you know what? The result I got made sense. It made words. It made instructions. And now I'm gonna attempt to follow them, or at least follow my interpretation of them. So what were the instructions? And this is like really, really your last chance to run away. The result I got from the 25 groupings of numeric words into individual numeric letters. 5 words of 5 letters each. Still, water, tints, blank, books. The blank book part immediately registered to me as referring to the empty books laying out in the library. Still water was a bit trickier because logically I would need to apply water to book, which means I would have to carry water. And the solution to that one was surprisingly simple. I just had to remember the item existed. We're looking for the watering can. That is today's operation. Today's quest, so to speak. We are going to try and find a watering can and then dump the water in the watering can onto the blank books in the library. For right now, though, we need to prioritize finding the watering can. I don't have a solid strategy to find the watering can. I don't actually know how to reliably get it. I was hoping that maybe we would get the tool shed outside and that would just give it to us immediately. But my backup plan is either go to the greenhouse or use that trading post and sort of swap items. So we want to get a lot of items right now to either trade into the watering can at the post or to just have one of them be the watering can. Separate to that, we want to draft a library and put that library to use. I think there's a good chance we can get the... I think there's a good chance we can get a watering can from the greenhouse. So I'm going to try and draft in a way that gets me to the greenhouse. I suppose I'll pick dormitory for key strats. We have foundation strats available, so we accept some dead ends early on. The black box contains gems. This box and the blue box are empty. All 3 boxes are empty. That's a lie. One of these must be true. If this is true, the gems are in the black box. If this is true, the gems are in the black box. Which means that technically they're both true. But more importantly, there is no reality where both of these is false. And both individually imply the gems are here. Good work, Self. Okay, I would have preferred a right turn. The boiler room's a little overkill for this. I would like to get to the East Hall before the Foundation. I don't care about providing power, I will simply do this. Security is nice. Just casually have gear rooms, considering Mechanarium has been beneficial to us in the past. It's been a while since we've checked the network. Let's see if there's anything new going on the staff board. Negative on that. Any more mail? Nope. Okay, seems like we're good. Well, this would just completely solve Keith for a while. This would be like, what, 5? Yeah, it would. Oh, the window's cracked open a little bit. You like looking outside, seeing the sights? Get some air circulating. There's the greenhouse. Here's hoping this gives us the can. It didn't. But so long as we have more items, we can always get more options. We could go this way and seal off Foundation South. Oh, aren't necessarily the ones I was hoping for. I'll take corridor, cut across. Maybe we can fill out the entirety of rank 3 in a straight line. Surprisingly going well for us in that department. Okay, I am no longer worried about keys for the foreseeable future. What we really prefer is items. I'll end here. I'll accept the commissary finish. Maybe it has a watering can. I've never seen the commissary sell a watering can. Or at least I don't recall it. Thought it was worth a shot. Guess we got a shovel. We got a lot of items. We can go back to the trading post and check how those trades are going. Also, as we run back through all of these bedrooms, we'll get a lot of good steps for proceeding to the future. Greenhouse, green rooms are green and they are good. Here's page 5 of the note. Boiler room's over there. Servants' quarters will give us its steps from the sleeping mask. Overall, feeling restful. Dormitory. Bash that open. Doesn't look like we're getting a free item here. Dormitory typically has hall pass or maybe running shoes. Re-detouring back this way will be worthwhile, just given the steps we're getting. Also, the gem, I forgot to take off the boudoir. Clear to proceed. Plenty of steps, plenty of steps. Head back to the trading post, check what kind of trades we can trade, and then move on to the Foundation for Foundation-based product. Hello. Okay, key card for Lucky Rabbit's Foot? No. Lockpick for Silver Key? No. Sledgehammer for car keys? No. Metal detector for Silver Key? No. Sleeping mask for magnifying glass? No. Shovel for car keys, no. Salt shaker from magnifying glass, no. Well, we seem to be in a bit of trouble. Where am I gonna get a watering can? I tried the greenhouse, it didn't work. Maybe I should try other green rooms. The greenhouse will make it a bit easier. I believe that's the one that lets us draft green rooms more likely. Courtyard, I think, would be a good option. I ran back in here foolishly. We could also double up with the banner, but we might have to do something risky like Lost and Found. I'm not the biggest proponent, or I'm not the biggest practitioner, I suppose, of green room strats. I'm sure that the ways that people play this game can diverge greatly from one another. And so I'm curious what other people do for their strategies. I'll take it. No watering can. Oh, but we got a really good look at this statue. I don't know if I recall who that is. It doesn't look like one of the angels. It doesn't have the wings either. Also, why is there just randomly a boat? Also, it seems like the back of the estate has a little bit of a hill problem. Like there was a little bit of a landslide and the ground below the fence sort of fell out. Also, there's a boat. In case I forgot to mention that a few seconds ago. I doubt I'll find a watering can just sitting on the ground underneath the dirt. Sitting in the ground, I suppose. Here's a risky idea. What if we combined items to get better trades at the trading post? Is that a viable tactic? Oh. Been a while since we've had the cloister. Think. Oh. Oh, you just have those there, do you? Interesting. We can go up and down. I think there's no harm in having the West Wing Hall here. It's got to go somewhere, and it's... Wait a minute. Before, I got a blue memo that said that there is only one place in the entire estate where you can draft every possible room. And I thought it was the library, but I just realized that that doesn't make sense anymore. Because the West Wing Hall is only in the West Ring. Maybe it's within one room, like one type of room. And the library could draft everything just depending on where you place it. I've corrected my logic. You may now understand the world. Well, dead end's a dead end. Utility closet it is. Bedroom closet could be items. I'm not too bothered by the cutoff. Let's see. That's the silver key. Well, now that we have the silver key, will the trade be different? Because, like, nominally on a given day, the items provided are... Oh, great. I'm conflicted. We get the aquarium, we lose out on a direction of travel. We get the chapel, we lose out on the cloister's luck booster. I think I'll pick chapel, though. If I'm a student of anything, it's drafting strategy. Dovecoat would have been nice for that. Alright, let's do some math. 8 divided by 8 is 1, times 20 is 20, minus 8 is 12. Nothing too complicated just yet. There it is. Okay. 21 divided by 3 is 7. Squared is 49. Inverted is 94. 94 plus 5 is 99. Divided... Yeah, 99. Is it divided by 20 or divided by 9 and divided by 11 separately? If it's divided by them individually, this doesn't make sense. So I think, well, if it's 20, it doesn't make sense. If it's divided by 9 and divided by 11, then that would be 1. Squared is 1, inverted is just 1. So is this 1? Yes. Okay. Sometimes the particular of the rules like that are lost to me. There's the observatory, providing us easy and convenient access to having all of our steps taken away. Let's go aquarium first. Aquarium tends to have items sometimes, possibly. I consider it a high contender for the location of the broken lever. I'll go hallway. The locked trunk might have a thing in it. Got rerolls in it. Today's looking like it's gonna just be a regular day. Just a normal, everyday day. Thought of an idea. I could check the secret garden for a thing. Watering can. There's the prism key. Don't need anything else from you right now. I'm gonna try and head east. Get to the edge of the house. There's the library, in case we encounter something. These are the books in question. We could secret garden immediately. I feel like that would waste the rare room summoning power of the library, but It also occurred to me the importance of trading with as many items as possible. I'm going to go back. I'm going to see, now that we have the library, I think this is worthwhile, what rooms exist. It's going to be a big step burden, but dining room is available eventually. That's at least 30 steps on the table, maybe even 40, plus the 2 provided by the salt shaker in those instances. This would be ideal if we had running shoes, this back and forth. Unfortunately, we don't, so it's not. But I'm trying to play this smart. Very casual day in terms of the house. There's a lot of stuff we don't have to worry about. We've gotten all the memos. We don't have to worry about the gallery. It's just a nice, common or garden day. Alright, tradesman. I got a lot of stuff already. You don't have much to offer. What do you got for me? I should add more coins to the fountain. Okay, hoping for the can. What do you got? Magnifying glass, magnifying glass. Hall pass, lucky rabbit's foot. Hall pass, lucky rabbit's foot, lucky rabbit's foot, car keys, lucky rabbit's foot, magnifying glass, car keys. You are really, really hesitant to do anything for me, huh? How about we try a trade? A lot of these are set to Lucky's rabbit foot. How about we give it something we don't particularly care about? Like, how about we trade it to Silver Key? And now it wants the, now it gives us the compass. But what about everywhere else? Car keys, Silver Key, car keys, magnifying glass, car keys, magnifying glass, magnifying glass. How about we go for a magnifying glass? Battery pack, hall pass, compass, hall pass. Car keys, silver key, car keys, silver key. Just 2 gems. They are persistent, but also really annoying. These are not the stuff I want. I guess we're on our own. Hoping for the day that we come across a watering can. Okay, what other options do we have? We can always get more items. To trade more. But I guess the rare, air quotes, set of items are a bit more restrictive on what they allow in the trading hall. So we may need a rare, air quotes, item to trade for an equivalent. And this would imply that the watering can is a rare item. If only on the logic of we haven't found one yet. Randomly. I'm going the wrong way. I'm burning steps going the wrong way. Ooh. Take a courtyard here. Watering can. Focus on green rooms because they are likely to contain green room related items like the watering can. I assume. I'm gonna reroll. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to be 21 steps off the board. We can survive that. Okay. Ruin my day. Borealis! Nice. And then lose. And then lose what? I have to wonder. Okay, this is a fine patio. Spread gems to green rooms that we don't necessarily care about. We care about the watering can, of course. How about we casino around? We could even play around. Spinma. Oh, 2 free spins! I don't think I've ever gotten a free spin before. How's this work? Oh, I just spin it. Statistically, we can't go infinite. But, like, numerically, I think it should be possible. Like, it's very statistically unlikely, but we could just get 2 free spins forever. That'd be real funny. Oh. Okay, incidental to everything, we are now rich. If we choose to use that to our advantage, we could... I'm going to redraw this because I want to take the secret garden left. And Nook is how we're going to get there. Come on, be locked. You weren't locked. Well, that stinks. Okay, I don't see any value to laundering currency right now. Given all of these not ideal options, I'm going to take a very late den. Go into the corner, maybe do a conservatory or something. Conservatory's a green room as well. There we are. Oh, there's a key to the left. There's a key here, too. Hiya. Ooh. So the den is commonplace, I accept that. The observatory is standard, I accept that. The locksmith is unusual, and I think I accept that. Okay, forward on to food. I accept this dining room. If we put the secret garden on the other side of the world... Oh, do I still have the lunchbox? Like, just holding it? No, it's been consumed. Okay. Pretty sure we have aquarium as well. Okay, so in principle, we can get to the... We can go across the antechamber by putting the secret garden on the other wing of the house. Which I will choose to do. As theorized earlier. Bit of a walk. We don't have a viable, or even any, way to go infinite that I know of with steps. If we do a chamber of mirrors and get a second bedroom, we could sort of like put them right next to each other and just go and that would work. Kind of statistically unlikely, but it works. I think a solarium here is fine. Watering can? No watering can. think the hardest part of our mission today is going to be just finding a watering can. They ain't popular around these parts. I will put the secret garden here. Watering can. Watering can. Shovel. Dig up a watering can. No, that's a coin. Can of water? No. Antechamber lever. We won't have a reason to cut across here. So just opening up the east side is fine. If we find a way in. If we don't find a way in, we'll open the western side and then cut across to make more room. Before we do that, we got some rooms to go. I will pick secret passage. Now, I don't know what kind of room we want. I know what kind of room we want. Here's my idea. If we put a showroom in, buy all those hyper valuable items, that should be an item rare enough to get good trades at the trading post. So just buy out the place. Thank you, Casino, for making this strategy viable. Here's the veranda. Veranda is a bit late, but can item in green room be watering can? Is it possible? Or at least fighting items. Plenty of gems. Okay, office would give us a turn towards the antechamber. Bunk room would give us a lot of steps, though. I will pick office, though. Accepted. The only green room I think that still exists is the morning room. It's the only one I can think of. Go check. Foyer is not a deal. I'm going to re-roll this. Gymnasium is a pain. I'm going to re-roll again. Attic is probably our best chance at finding a watering can this late into the run. Alright. Another battery pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. A5. Very interesting. The bedroom closet. Okay, so we're gonna have to make our way back now. It might seem a little dicey with the steps, but remember, we got the secret garden. Using the power of the secret garden, it is my hope that we will simply be able to walk our way over there. Picking up a little bit of delicious fruit along the way. But this really is our last chance. If we cannot find a watering can, the efforts of today will go to waste. Okay, maybe it's a bit overkill to say they'll go to waste. They'll definitely not do anything. Apologies for walking my way back here. I'm looking for the fruits and other such. We don't have a conference room. Here's the break room. I'm starting to get a little concerned here. Just how far we have to walk. Maybe a turnip or a few in the ground. Maybe I'm simply blind to the fruits before me. Oh, it was throughout the house. The green rooms have nothing to do with it. That's just for gems. Okay, then. I wish they were concentrated more in the directions I was walking. We know what we have to do. We go to trading, and we go to hope. We've drafted more drafting rooms. We could take a pit stop at the dormitory, just to top up. I'm surprised that the step economy is really what's sinking us today. Though the stars have betrayed us. We'd still be at about 50 steps if the constellations didn't go to war. There may be a point where we have to choose against using the spiral ever. But what if there's an end to it? Alright, let's look here. Car keys, silver key, car keys, silver key, gems, car keys. Key, 2 gems. Compass, hall pass, silver key, gear wrench. Allowance token, hall pass, gems, compass, car keys. I lost my place, so I'm just going through it again. I will do that trade. That lighting was fun. Okay. Sincerely, no watering can. I guess it's not guaranteed. Maybe something wild like a lost and found would have summoned it into existence. Who knows? Okay. In that case, there's nothing left for us. We can simply go to the break room and end. In order to help guarantee our step economy in getting there, I'm gonna go to the dorms. Boop. Yeah, no watering can. As we trek forward, we're gonna need to adapt the watering can, or just the strategy of the green rooms. Now, I obviously can't say that I remember perfectly, because I'm very good at not remembering things. But of what I remember, the only places that I remember ever getting a watering can is the greenhouse and the tool shed. So those will be our priorities, given that everything else is speculation. Lost and Found is an alternative option. We could also build something, maybe, and then try and trade that, but I think we're out of time. I thought about it, and I think there are things we'd like to build. Battery pack, broken lever. We can make the jackhammer for better digging. If we're going to be doing green strats anyway, I think this might be worth it. For better digging. Thank you. I'm trying to remember, is there anything else we can make? We have a magnifying glass, we have a metal detector, we can make the glass melter. The reason I'm doing this assembly of items is because we have the moon pendant. There's a chance we could take these super items with us. By my recollection, there shouldn't be anything else. Could have done the lockpick with the metal detector instead, or the sound amplifier. But key strats are going good regardless. Okay, end of day. Mission unsuccessful, but we know our routine. Welcome to the Garden Shopping Center. And hey, it's not like we didn't get any permanent benefit from today. We got a little bit of allowance. All we had to do was sell a big old emerald necklace thing. Bracelet. They're pretty similar. It just depends on the radius of your wrist or neck or whatever. And we're back. No mail today, which is sad. Okay, maybe trading post isn't going to work for us. I would prefer... Well, doesn't look like we're going to have our choice, are we? On to the house. That's a hilarious option to have first. Let's just pick a storeroom. Get some initial supplies. A key, a gem. We can now buy most rooms, but only once. Hallway to counteract the fact that we picked a dead end on the side immediately. Don't have a slip. What did we keep? We kept the treasure map. It's now pointing to... It's still pointing to A5. I'll pick the boudoir. The more bedrooms we have on the board, the more keys we'll get from the servants' quarters. Spare or regular. Commissaries items. We can get those. Sleeping mask, running shoes. Okay, we are going to have good step economy Sledgehammer can break the box in the hallway. Bonk. Observatory is a dead end, but the others aren't much better. I guess we'll add a word. Then lose 2. What could that possibly be referring to? Lose 2 what? I'm scared. Spooky stuff. Hello, I am alright. I'm trying to find items in this hallways and these passageways and forget to open boxes. The mysteries abound. It's definitely my favorite game currently, but I have a lot of favorites. Hey puppy, how you doing? He's a good boy. Good puppy. Another good puppy today. It is. Correct. Ooh, closed exhibit early, but it lets us go into the corner. I'll take it. Where we find the watering can? We found a lockpick, not a watering can. Okay, bedroom is not helping. Geist bedroom is rerolls. Lavatory is a thing we could technically put in the corner. Geist it is. Those are expensive. Also, skill issue. This is a lot simpler to operate. East wing. I'm gonna resist the temptation and just pick the bedroom. Beep bop. There's also just the matter of the more feature, like the more function it has, the more I have to stipulate on the functions it does. If that makes sense. Ooh, a coupon. I don't particularly have any in mind. I'm satisfied as I am currently. Okay, foundation time. Point. I don't have one to try. Also, no. There are a few I could solicit the expertise of. Okay, combined security. These are all. We could enjoy a lunch. I don't have a shovel. No, thank you. I am good. Also, congratulations. You have now legally, technically, solicited. That is illegal. Enjoy your crime. Meanwhile, I'm going to do math. Okay, 3 minus 1 is 2, multiplied by 6 is 12, invert is 21, minus 2 is 19. Ooh, a complicated math. Okay, let's see here. 10 squared is 100, inverted is 1. Oh, wait, hold on. These are all subtractions. I need to keep that in mind. Negative 10 squared is 100. Inverted is 1. So it's 1. Minus 10 is negative 9. Squared is 81. Inverted is 18. Minus 10 is 8. Squared is 64. Inverted is 46. Minus 44 is 2. Squared is 4. Inverted is 4. Oh, thank goodness. We have exactly one shop, and I don't care about doubling my money right now. What do I care about? I care about getting the greenhouse. So off to the side of the house we go. I'm going to need some redraws on that, please. There we go. Okay, open for a left turn. That works. Open for the greenhouse. I'll try and re-roll for it. There it is. We're in business. Okay. Now we need the library. By all possible means. To do that, I'm going to activate the banner on blue, just to stack the deck. Library is a pretty common occurrence for us. I don't expect it'll be too prohibitive. I'll take the cloister simply for room options. I'm not exactly happy about the massive amount of gems that took. I don't want to stack the unusual rares anymore because the library is available. I'll take the mailroom for delivery options. I'm a little worried about our gem supply, though. Coat check could be a fantastic backup option. But I'm not ready for it. Hey, I'm lucky. Am I lucky enough to get a... Okay. Moment of truth here. Hmm. This is not working. Maybe upstairs? 46, total rooms drafted. These are just records. Maybe if I'm still. Or maybe it has to be a still water source. Or maybe that's the wrong book. What does it mean for it? These are the most blank books I've ever seen. Is it where I get them? Let's check these shelves. Try and find if there's like a blanker book. Like a super blank book. Hyper blank. Oh. Stay. I mean, they're all pretty darn blank. This is an empty shelf. This is also an empty shelf. Okay, so it's becoming increasingly likely that we are making an error in application here. These may not be the blank books, though they seem pretty darn important for them to not be the blank books. We might be wrong on the still water. There may be additional requirements from us. Like, we can't simply use the water that came in the watering can, or the water in the watering can is too unstill. Like, what if I pour some of it out and then come in here? What if I drain all of the water, and then we try and pick up water from a comparatively still water source? Like, my immediate thought is maybe like the fountain outside. I can't think of any, like, pond or other source of still water. In my mind, the fountain's the best candidate. The pool, also a viable option. We should also be a bit more on the lookout for other blank books. Okay, seems like the watering can is still dry. So we can go somewhere where it's appropriate. Trying to think of any dirty water that would be the result of it being still. This water looks a little souped. I like refill the can. I am skipping this cutscene, my apologies. I am investigating my options. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna attempt the fountain outside. Provided this is actually a thing I can do. I'm still holding the can, though, so... optimistic. This is not working. This is not working. Which is unfortunate. So now we'll head back, we'll maybe find more water, we'll keep sort of staring at the blank books with the watering can in our inventory as if it would do anything. We'll just carry on. I think this is the pattern. I understand... I can decipher the instructions given to me, but I can't properly interpret what they mean. There's always something I'm missing. Some... like, nuance to it. Not to be confused with the realm. Happened with Antechamber 2 and that whole ordeal. And I worry it's happening here. Pool! I asked for that. The pool is empty. We'll head south first. Locker room would be good for lockers. It's good for keys. We have conference room, though. They'll just all go there. Yeah, they all went there. We do want to ransack that supply a little bit, maybe. We are running out of keys. I don't even know what I'm looking for anymore. Found some treasure, though. And the perfect tool for the job! Excellent. What do we win? Probably more gems or more money. I think those are the two things we usually get. It's both! Neato. Secret garden key is nice. Haven't kept proper track of how many items we picked up here, but I'd say it's close enough. Okay, so where am I going to find some still water? It does specify still water, but I don't know how to use that fact. How still does the water have to be? Do I drain the reservoir entirely and just use the little puddle on the bottom? I could do that. What is there to do? We could put away the watering can. That would at least make it more reliable for us to find. Help save us the issue of today as we plan our next move. Meanwhile, the house is as fully developed as it can be without the secret garden somewhere. I think we failed. Okay. I'm gonna blame the solicitor arbitrarily. Someone violated the rules, and the house was like, hey, you violated a rule in some context somewhere. We're not gonna let you win. Before I continue, I would like to check my math that I did last time, in between streams. Because the math I did concluded with it saying blank. But right during deciphering that word, I made a math error, and I made it I eventually corrected it in swapping out the erroneous P for an A for the word blank. But I also wonder if maybe the N could also be accidentally incorrect, and the real word might be black. So I'm just going to do the math blindly to myself for a second. Enjoy this lovely garden hunting lodge. So I just double check my work a little bit. I guess you don't need me here. I'm going to do this in quiet. Okay, I'm back. I did the math again. Confirmed. I double checked it. It is indeed an N. The word is blank. So clearly I've done something wrong. Thank you for the free stuff. Unfortunately, I sit here sad that I do not have a solution to my questions. Still water, still water. I think we have the blank book part good. It's the still water we need to figure out. It's the still water I need to figure out. At the very least, the watering can is in storage. Coat check storage in particular. Which means we can retrieve it. Theoretically. Bad news does that mean that's the only place it is at. Good on Gems and Key, though, for the time being, at least. I think for now, we need to... One, get a... Oh, I misunderstood my orientation going into this draft. Oops. I'll take Courtyard and I'll try to turn down. Well, that's a downward turn if I ever saw one. What am I about to lose two of? I was afraid of that. I was running out of things to possibly loot. They're gonna burn the stars on me? Also, that's a period. That's the end of sentence. Is that the end of the spiral? This is not good. So is there a point? I guess there's always a point to this room. It tells us the configuration of the Great Hall. Okay, library confirmed for real. Hello, blank books. Still water, still water, still water, still water. Unmoving water. Still water. It's still water. The water is still. Oh, why not? Still dollar. Ah, that's a shame. Still water. Still water. There's the water Incan. So we have it. And ideally, the water is now, it's been in the coat check for an entire day. Maybe that means it's still now. Like that could logically make sense, right? I'm gonna head back. Not gonna do it yet. It's not looking good. Okay, well maybe we poured out some water. So maybe it's worse quality water? Because now we have as much water as we have book. Still water. How about I just not move? Just for an extended period of time. Sit right here, wait for something to happen. I doubt this is a logical course of action. Okay, while we're waiting for this to proceed, how about we think about some other mysteries that exist? We try really hard to interpret it. So, still water. It specifies still water. I guess what is still water legally? I'm gonna look up still water. There is a film called Still Water. 2021 American crime drama film. Okay. Yeah, it's mostly about the movie. There's a village of Stillwater, New York. Okay. Still water, noun, surface water with no current. Also, alternatively, water with no carbonation served at table as drinking water. Synonymous with flat water, flat or still. At least in that second description. Okay, that's nice, I guess. What about the word tints? Because that's... In my mind, this would be done by, like, pouring water onto the books, and then they would be wet, and then that would be... like there's an invisible ink that would be added by water being added, in my mind. Might not be true. Okay, tint. Like verb form of... Tint, no, I want... Okay, tints is the third person singular simple present indicative of tint. Verb. To shade, to color. Okay, so... Other idea... Maybe we put, like, water in between us and the blank book, and that changes the color involved? Okay, so if it's literally about... We tried... Maybe, okay. So we tried going to a still water location, the fountain, and we couldn't use it. And we tried going to the reservoir and we couldn't use it. My worry about using the reservoir and the fountain is that we know from one of the memos that it's like constantly refilled by a spring water source and that's pouring over the waterfall. So like it's not like still, even though it's like still. What about blank? I'm just gonna look up each individual word on Wiktionary, the free dictionary, and see what we get. Let's go in order. Actually, never mind. I already looked up blank. I'll do blank. Okay, so we got tints. It recolor. We're pretty sure there's no other interpretation of that. Let's try blank. White or pale without color. Free-form writing, printing, or marks having an empty space to be filled in. Blank paper, blank check, blank ballot, blank CD. Lacking characteristics which give variety or uniform. A blank desert, a blank wall. Blank blue sky. Cloudless. Absolute. Absolute. Complete. Downright sheer other. A blank refusal to cooperate. Okay, so maybe stubborn. Almost. Without expression, usually because of incomprehension. Failing to understand the question. Oh, right. Blank stare. Okay, that makes sense. Like, very neutral. Confounded? Okay, they appear to be citing Paradise Lost for some reason. Empty. Devoid of thoughts, memory, or inspiration. Okay, so like drawing a blank, but like in the mental sense. Ammunition type. Okay, we did... We got still water. Maybe there's like another still water. I'm just going to put in still this time. Adjective still, more still, most still, not moving, calm, not sparkling in the water sense, silent. A place where there's no sound, maybe? Having the same stated quality. See also still and still. But they're the same word. Okay, this... Oh, there's like an italicized dot on the I. From Old Norse stil. Style. Okay, so phonetically. What's capital S still? A surname. Plural of stool. Brought to you by Luxembourg. I'm going back to regular still. Oh, adverb. We can adverb it. Without motion, stood still. Okay. Still raining. Up to a time. Okay. To an even greater degree, like, I'm still taller than you. Example given. Nevertheless, in terms of still, derived terms, even still, still and all, still with us, jury is still out. Still noun, a period of calm or silence. The still of the night. Ellipsis of still water. Wait. Non-fizzy drinking water. Okay. Would you like sparkling or still? Okay. A photograph? Oh, it's like as opposed to movie footage. It's a still frame. Okay, yeah. I'm going to still water. Yeah. Surface water with no current. Water with no carbonation. Still. What if it's not still adjective water? What if it's still noun water? What if it's uncarbonated water? Can we get uncarbonated water? As like a specific thing? Is there like a... Well, we have a dining room. Maybe there's a bottle in there we can use. This is an esoteric option. I was thinking purely in the case of, like, still water, as in just, like, water that's not moving. But what if it's still water, as in the product? We have a pantry here. Is there still water here? A lot of containers. Casino boudoir dining room. Your coffee, theoretically. dining. You got... Is one of these still wine? Maybe the kitchen. We don't have a kitchen. I'm going back to still water. Okay, yeah. No carbonation, served at table as drinking water. So is there water on the table? No. Okay, new plan. Kitchen, maybe. I'm gonna try and force a kitchen to exist. Photograph slang. I'm gonna scroll down a little more. Going back to still for a moment. See also still with a Y instead of an I. Modern usage seems to have originated Canadian slang. Added to an end of a sentence to add emphasis. Obsolete spelling of the word still. Okay. Still, noun, again. A device for distilling liquids. Catering, a large water bottle used to make tea and coffee. Catering, the area in a restaurant used to make tea and coffee separate from the main kitchen. Or a building where liquors are distilled. A distillery. Wait a minute. That is actually a thing we have. Not. Oh my goodness, that would have been yesterday. There's the illegal moonshine operation. If it's not still water as in like a flat drink, what if it's still water as in water from a still? That's hidden in the trading post, which we've unfortunately already thrown away. Okay, that's an option. Ah, but here's the kitchen. We'll do that first. Okay, you got like a drink. You got like a sink. We can sink. Okay, so maybe that's still water in the drinking water kind of way, though we did get it from a kitchen sink, and that's usually more for sanitation. That said, we got new water in this watering can. Let's go back to the books. I'm gonna burn through steps today. Do I have a break room already? No, we should probably stop what we're doing and get break room strats ready so that we'll have an easier time tomorrow. Bedroom will help stall for time. Also, I don't remember if I actually ate the food in the dining room. I might have. I no longer remember. This day has gone on a while. Went by here. Moon pendant could be an emergency in case we want to try and keep what we have. Here's a break room. So in case of emergency, we come back here. Okay, let's try this new kitchen water. If it's still enough for you. Though now that I've realized the association between still and distillery, if we're talking like literal physics of pouring a liquid onto a piece of paper, it kind of makes sense that it shouldn't matter what kind of water you're pouring on it, but if this is the water from a distillery, which is technically alcohol, it might do something. Okay, this is not working. Alright, I don't think the kitchen water is still enough. I think that's our. I think that's a. That interpretation makes it interesting. Also, I've tried kitchen water and it didn't work. So let's do. There's another connection here that I didn't realize until just now. Both the watering can's existence in the greenhouse and the moonshine operation in the trading post are both tied back to Denny Ravane. So that's oh, we have all the food here. That's good. I'm gonna dunk the watering can here, because if it is trading post technology, we don't have a way to access that anymore. Means that we might have had good odds yesterday if I got lucky. No, it wouldn't, because we got the trading post day 151. We got the watering can 152. That wouldn't have tied together anyway. So my luck is normal. I did not miss an opportunity through ignorance. Though if I did, it would not be my fault. So, I mean, that technically isn't the only interpretation. It's just the one that we're going with right now. It seems to link Ravane to both halves of this mystery, which is weird, considering I don't know how... Like, the Baroness was the one who made the original note. Maybe the Baroness wrote it in a time before Prohibition? That's a fun interpretation. Okay, well, watering can is in the coat check. We don't have to worry about that anymore. The break room is reasonably accessible from the Foundation. I elect we head back south. By the way. We head back south. We could take the Foundation down, but I think that's unnecessary. We're going to fill out some of the rooms on the western area of the estate. And just sort of improve things for next time. If we're going to do this, we need to get both the trading post and the watering can in our possession. This is another two-piece thing, so it kind of reminds me of stuff we've already done. Definitely Clock Tower, because we're prepping for tomorrow. Fine, I'll go up here and check. Just a gem. Just a gem. Oh, wait, also, what time is it? It's about to be noon. Interesting. We could go into the secret room, but I don't think we care about going into the secret room for any particular reason. Okay, Operation Moonshine is the next iteration of our strategy. Oh, this is a very straightforward operation. Now, okay, when it says still water, as in, like, moonshine distillery water, maybe, is it actually gonna be moonshine distilled in such a way, or is it gonna be, like, distilled water? Like, purified water? Maybe I'm going in too many directions, but I would like to know. Hello. We bring this to the observatory, it would almost certainly destroy us. Also, we don't even have the observatory yet. I choose not to pick it up. Because even if I did, it would just be another target for Moon Pendant to maybe ruin our day. Then again, I've already put the watering can away. What do I actually want to keep outside of this? We have a break room. Maybe keep the telescope just so I can lose more stars to the spiral. Now that there's a period at the end of the spiral sentence, what's it going to turn into? Oh, I should have bought food at the kitchen back when the kitchen was real. Dovecote is perfect for this. Excellent. Are we in range of full house? No, unless Secret Guard. Or just otherwise pulling a lot of levers. Bonk. This is the laundry room. I'll do it. Just to put it somewhere. I'll do it just to put it somewhere. Okay, what do we want now? More tomorrow rooms. I think they're out of stores. They'd have to fill it with something normal. No, they're just letting me draft another. Wild. Conservatory is a fine choice. Oh. Break room is commonplace, I accept this. Pantry is commonplace, I accept this. Furnace as rare. I think I accept furnace as rare. I choose not to modify these. And for our final room, let's pay a visit to Alzara. We don't get to see him that often. Hello. I know you have no more fortunes for me, but I am glad to see you are still here. One day you may see a future, and I would like to hear about it. Okay, so the day is over. We can head back. Watering cans in the coat check. We have a new idea for how to proceed. Bit of a walk. We get to the break room. We secure foundation strats. We want to manipulate the outside room. So in order to do that, we will need to probably get rerolls. We may even want to use the banner to get yellow, get more shops. Still have the scepter, right? Yeah. One concern I have is that if we use the banner for yellow, we might lose out on getting a library to test this. Okay. I don't really know the operation of a distillery for moonshine purposes. I guess I just don't understand the operation of making moonshine, or alcohol in general. I suppose I should learn that. I wonder if people who are more familiar with that kind of stuff would have had an easier time solving the water situation. They would have seen still and water, and they would have just clocked it immediately. Meanwhile, it took me approximately 2 hours. And that's only if I'm right about this. But like, that kind of funny word pun is just the kind of thing I'd expect from this game, which is why I'm believing it more. Okay, at the very least, if we're doing this, we need to get Geist bedroom first. We cannot make the outer room just yet. I want to up our odds. Okay. Not the best choices involved. I'm going to stay low for now. Oh, what did we keep? We kept the No, we didn't keep the magnifying glass. We kept the sleep... I don't remember what was in the box. But I think Moon Pendant kept us one of magnifying glass, sleeping mask, and compass, and the other one was probably a false operation on keycard or royal scepter. Whatever, Moon Pendant's been betraying me since day 3. There's break room, in case we gotta stall to tomorrow. Oh, darn it, I just realized we have a third component of this plan we need. We need to make sure we get coat check as well to get the watering can. So this is a 3-room minimum operation. Part of me is regretting my earlier choice to not make coat check more common, that I think it was a thing I had. We have 1 reroll. Well, there's library. That's part 1 of the plan. 1 of 3 pieces have been laid out. These are not the rooms I want. Vault's cool. Reroll. I'm kind of interested in Chamber of Mirrors here. Wait, no, I'm not. That would completely mess up our drafting for the rest of the day. Okay. Pink. Moon. Get my notes for this. Pink, moon, green. Moon, green. Okay, now green memos and pink boxes are always false. There's an antechamber lever hidden in the drawing room. Well, we're happy to know that is absolutely a false. At least we're cycling the notes. Okay, we gotta find coat check. Observatory, I will accept you. Give me some resources, I will spend the steps. Do you add more words beyond this, though? If. There's an if. Let it be known. There's an if. There's an if. We are adding a conditional statement. I am scared. I'm sad to lose Dovecoat, but... No, we haven't even done Foundation strats yet. I can accept a dead-end garage. We could also take all the money in the treasure trove. Not that I particularly care. You'd think at some point these pile of coins would be sort of conglomerated together into individual cylindrical stacks. Just for convenience. I wonder if there is truly an upper limit on the amount of treasure trove treasure that you can treasure. Would you even notice? Alright, up from corridor, we are looking for a coat check. Geist bedroom is more rerolls, and I've already burnt some of the rerolls I had. I would much prefer we get coat check before we try and get the trading post. And the reason for that is because I want to save the banner for when we only need one of those two colors. If we get coat check first, then that's solved and out of the way. Then we can spend the banner for shops to increase our odds of getting trading post. That's the plan. That's my idea. That's my strategy. Second classroom, just because it'll give me more options to re-roll. Ooh, now do I combine that with regular re-roll, or do I just re-roll here? Deep contemplation. I think I re-roll here. Just rolling through. Then. I know I just wasted 2 steps doing that, but it's a puppy. You gotta care about the puppy. Okay, well at the very least, we're filling out the house well. The more rooms we draft, the less rooms we have to draw, and the more likely we get the one we want. Not the tomorrow room I was looking for, but I'll take it anyway. And just keep going for options. Just fill the house. One day we'll get what we're looking for. Solarium! I wish I could check the directory. I forgot if coat check is a rare, unusual room. But it should be more likely to appear because we put the watering can in it yesterday. So at the very least, we have options. Dining room paid out. Is it more likely for it to appear in the corner because it's a dead end? Can we use that effectively here? Should I re-roll? It didn't work, and I'm not going to re-roll again. I'll just go for conservatory and call it good. Ooh. Yeah, I'm making you rare. Later into a day we get you, the better. I'm making you standard. No, I'll keep you unusual. Okay, I made archive a bit rarer. I guess that's fine. We have plenty of ways to walk around elsewhere. I'll pick servants' quarters and double back. Give me the key. This is really bad for our continuing progress in the house. I'm going to re-roll for a way forward. Phew. Mechanarium should be good because we have the laboratory itself. I was hoping there were more. Okay, so it's actually just a pair. All I see is laboratory and itself. I thought we had more. Maybe I drafted utility closet but didn't take it. Oh, Mechanarium it is. Straight ahead, as expected. Another chance. I need to keep the options alive. And this is all still contingent on us getting the trading post, which I've burned all of my dice for already. So it will have to be via banner manipulation. Unless we can find more dice. We can at least get some more resources to make things easier. Now a study would provide us ample rerolls somewhere. Showroom could give us some utilities right now. Take the moon pendant. Master key is unnecessary. Chronograph could save us if we get rerolls. And the compass is convenience. Keep the master key here, because 10 keys I think is fine. Well, there's coat check. We've got a big walk behind us, though. Sheesh. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see what we can do. The dining room is available to us. I'm not concerned about... Maybe we should, like, empty it so that we can put the new water in it. Okay, but to reiterate what I was about to say a little bit ago. I'm not worried about us having enough steps to try this. I'm worried about us having enough steps to put the watering can back if we fail. What if we can make an experiment happen that gives us dice real quick? I'm gonna do this. Doesn't help, but I did it. I thought it might help. It won't, though. But I thought it could. We're looking for a right turn. We have a right turn. We are looking for ivories before the big day. Kitchen would be a good emergency food source. I'll take it. But what's left that would give us ivory? Bedroom closet, of course. Just random item. There is one! We're not getting full house by one, but that's okay. I don't mind. Want to get every little advantage we can. I'll pick the dorm. I thought so. The bedrooms provide you bonuses, and those bonuses are sometimes ivory dice. So now I'm feeling very confident that the odds are stacked in our favor to an extent. As we move on to the next step of this plan, I'm going to go via the foundation outside. Activate shop banner. This should be everything we need. These are the best odds we could possibly make right now. We have 3 rerolls. We have the banner on stores. All we gotta do is go here, then go to our very easily accessible library and see if we can do something. But first, before anything, we have to check if we get the good roll. and if there's any merit to this idea. Oh, here we got it. Okay, Oh-ho. Whoa. I don't know if it's just me, but everything felt like anomalously blue there. Also, the music stopped, which was spooky. Okay, so theoretically, that is water from the distillery, which is a still. So we take it, and so it wasn't like special. It didn't like denote any other special type of water. It just, we refilled it at the still, and it looks like normal water. I was hoping it would look different to denote that we've equipped rare water, but maybe that would have given the game away. Okay. Distillery water. Check in 3, 2, 1. Oh, man. Wait, what about the other one? Okay, what do we have here? I have a magnifying glass. What is this? Okay. Tended rose vine. Thank goodness I have the magnifying glass for this. My dearest darling son, I am quite impressed. I didn't expect you to make it this far. Yet if these words have reached your eyes, rest assured, the end of the spiral is near. Stay vigilant and rose-wary, for the thorns we discover are twice as sharp as the conclusions of each of our journeys. One final counsel I leave you. The waters of the West Spring shall yet reveal more secrets than these mere passages. I had so many plans, but not enough dreams. Your mother, Orave. Okay. This is interesting. A hidden hue. Oh, this is the grid of the house, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. From prism pristine, 3 paths convene. 3 lines of light, 3 shades foreseen. 3 colors to count, a sum of 18. But the one left hidden remains to be seen. I have no idea what that means. But it's relaying this information to the floor plan as a whole. Okay, let's start with the message here. Tended rose vine. Well, any spiral at all brings to mind the spiral of stars. As dearest darling son, quite impressed, didn't expect to make it this far, yet if these words have reached your eyes, rest assured, the end of the spiral. Stay vigilant and rose-wary, for the thorns we discover are twice as sharp as the conclusions of each of our journeys. One final counsel I leave you. The waters of the West Spring shall yet reveal more secrets than these mere passages. The West Spring. The West Spring. It almost seems like the word West Spring is more bolded. West Spring. Shall yet reveal. For some reason, that makes me think that we've already... Maybe the waters of the West Spring are the waters we got from the distillery. Because it's to the west path of the house. That western spring might be, like, in the rock. And then flows out to the reservoir wherever it goes. So that might be one of the springs, and that's the spring on the west of the house. So the still water is special not because it's water from a distillery, but because the distillery's water is taken from the western spring, perhaps. So that water reveals more stuff. Maybe there are more blank pages. I am definitely documenting these notes, however. Please excuse me as I do that. Okay. Got that one solved and stored. Now for the other one. Arrow. Charo. Pharaoh. Okay, one quick look at all the grids with the magnifying glass just to see if there's any secrets or mysteries abound. There's this little squiggly bit. Some dots. It's hard for me to tell what's a clue and what's just like a poor spilling job done by Simon over here. Also, what the heck does this mean? A hidden hue. From prism pristine, 3 paths convene. 3 lines of light. 3 shades foreseen. 3 colors to count, a sum of 18. But the one left hidden remains to be seen. Okay, what do I interpret from this? It seems that, okay, the fact that there's the grid at all suggests to me that I need to think about this in terms of rooms. From prism pristine, my immediate thought is the aquarium, the room of many colors. 3 paths convene. 3 lines of light, 3 shades foreseen. Three colors to count, a sum of 18, but the one left hidden remains to be seen. A sum of 18. Maybe it's these colors. This is the red one. This is the... Well, no, because there's a bedroom green. I'm not sure. There are more colors to do than just 3. We need to pour more water on stuff. We gotta find more stuff to pour water on. We gotta dunk. We gotta dunk it. We gotta find more blank books. Just more things to dunk the water on. Now that we know we can. But I don't even know where to start. Where are more blank books? Maybe the bookstore? They spoke of the thorns. And if they spoke of the thorns, they spoke of the spiral. I still got one drip of still water to go. There is also more spiral to be done. If. A conditional is interesting. What's a blank book I've seen anywhere else? According to Herbert, neither Simon nor Herbert ever solved the puzzle. And I've gotten farther than they'd have. Which means that the solutions would be tied to or of a specific play. Every lockpick. The house is complete today. We have a conveniently accessible break room right next to the entrance hall. So I think for now, we just go on a bit of a wild rush and just look for blank books. Places I'm thinking to look are places that just have a giant mess of stuff in them, where a single blank book would have just been haphazardly discarded. It's also possible that the Westwater works on more than just books. But I'm thinking storeroom, attic, stuff like that. Okay. There's nothing for us here. If we're going to do anything, we have to do it from the foundation. We can also take this time to increase our distillation for what it's worth. I guess we're not old enough to drink moonshine, but we are old enough to just sort of pick it up and carry it around. What would you give me for the watering can? 4 ivory dice? Absolutely not. Yeah, I'll trade the ornate compass. It's not like we can use it anymore today. That's free money. Okay, so we're filled up. Let's go places. Let's start with places outside of the estate, just sort of casually existing, all mysterious-like. Everything seems to have led us in the vague direction of the spiral. The Orave dossier attributes it to a thorn spiral. But a spiral is a spiral. I have to assume it's referring to the same spiral. I feel like I need to check everything again. I'm going back to the safe house. There could be something there. But it's difficult to know what ties with what. Why did I check the map as if it would let me know something? I don't... Okay, so there's different ways forward. We could try and interpret the Hidden Hue poem and make attempts at solving it. We could expand the stars further. Or we can seek out the other uses of the West Spring water. Now I'm hoping we can find more uses for the West Spring water, because the West Spring water and its use would give me more clues to understand more things. And I would like to understand more things, so I'm really hoping we can find more opportunities to use it. There's also a sense in which all the different things are like there's multiple people with multiple different agendas. Sinclair had opinions about, you know, me being the heir and doing room 46 stuff in the red envelopes. Then there was Mom, who put all the clues in the new clue. There was Clara, who had the drawing of the Antechamber 2, which led to the secrets of that thing. Now we got Orave doing who knows what. And I don't know to what extent they're doing these things together or separately. It seems that Orave assumed that it was Simon who would just do everything. Or at least for this puzzle. I don't know how clear a line that is. After all, I am also named Simon. So it could be a weird thing where Orave was talking to Simon H. Sinclair, but also Simon P. Jones. Maybe there's like a prophecy, and the prophecy requires that it be a Simon somehow. I don't know. I'd like to maximize how many things we can check with the water now, simply because getting the water prepared is a whole thing on its own. Our step supply is dwindling. My intent is to just sort of check every single room we've already have right now, because we obviously can't check rooms we haven't drafted. And we can't draft any more rooms. So I'm gonna head to the kitchen. I'm just gonna look around, evaluate everything, just seeing, hey, is there a free blank book sitting around? Is the watering can gonna activate mysteriously? My goal here right now immediately is just go to the kitchen and buy some good old food. I got no reason to not just buy out everything. I just want all the steps I can, please. Thank you. It's the best we can do. Also, conveniently, we could go for the crown, but I don't want the crown. So I won't. How about that for a plan, huh? I'll commit by what I said. I'll check all the rooms. I want to read this again. Returning east should arrive on Tuesday. If coast is not clear, lower the SD to warn us. Interesting. Secret paper, secret books in the office. There are books in the office. can read. What did you know, other Simon? What did you find? Are you a blank book? The only thing we concretely know is that the water will work on blank books and that it can reveal more than just what we found already. That ain't much to go on. And the blank books in the library were so clear and present. I don't know if that's true of any of the others. If there are any others. You might just have to look at every single individual thing. But one thing we can be reasonably certain of is that because it requires the trading post to get the water, it means that the only thing, like, there shouldn't be any blank books or other mysteries in the side room that require the water. Blank books, blank books, blank books, blank books. This would be a great place for a blank book. It would be just like, hey, it's a drawing paper you haven't drawn in yet. That would be genius. And yet, okay, we book it north. Booking it north. Secret parlor game. Apple. Secret apple. Secret laboratory. Secret blank piece of paper to write notes in, perhaps? Your research? I am reaching because I am struggling. Maybe there are other side rooms that give you the water. I don't know. Looking for blank book. You blank book? No. Blank book in the blank nook? It's a room for reading. No. Blank book in the conference room. These are all like very modern rooms, I feel. Wait, blank notes, they might be. I don't know if they qualify. They're not booked, really. Blank conservatory. I'm not pouring one out. Unless I have the still water right now. What if it's using the still water, period? Did that do something? But that's another way I can use the still water, just using it in a room. That could change things. If I don't find anything by the time I get to coat check, I'm just going to put it in coat check. Oh, right, we're on the 8th rank. Yep. Right, I'm not using it here. Maybe I used it here already. Hello. I didn't even remember I opened up room 46. Wait. I thought about it. What about the unfinished letter in the master bedroom? Epson, Sinclair, Marigold, Jones. I can hold the crown, I suppose. We got the realms. Okay, let's see if I ambiently just remember this code. Clearly I don't. But I got it anyway. Lord Arthur Clementine to Lady Orvay of Trinsdale. Satisfied 1912, May 13th. Lord Arthur Clementine, document Lady Orvay of Trinsdale. Consists of dense woods flanked by cliff walls, irrigated by mountain spring streams, and punctuated by several runoff waterfalls. Sheltered between the summit, northern slope, and saddle, spanning across 80-odd acres of land. Property is situated southwest of Reddington, bounded by the south by steep crags, and by the east by the high road to Tarrant Fork. Lady Arve, her heirs and assigns, lawfully cease to possess said premises, that these same are free and clear of all encumbrances. Good right to sell and convey the same to said Lady Arve, her heirs and assigns, and I will warrant and defend the same against all lawful claims and demands whatsoever. In hand and seal, I make my mark in the grand year of Fen Aries, 1912, Lord Arthur Clementine. Thank you. It's the will. I will not take the key. Just to keep things neat and orderly. I am running out of rooms. I've ran out of rooms. Okay. Well, we've got some lead. We gotta do stuff with the watering can. I think. There's apparently more to do with spring water, and that's the water of the spring, the West Spring, with water in it. But what? But what do we do? And will the watering can remember that it has that spring water in it? I don't know. Well, I don't have a clear perception of what to do. At least with regards to bringing watering can to locales. At the very least, what I can think to do is go back to the stars and look for new text. If the Spiral of Thorns, the Roseberry Way, is indeed associated with the Spiral of Stars, then pursuing one will pursue the other. What did we keep anyway? Hey, we kept a lot. Kept the sledge. I'm going to break open some more boxes. Oh, the library's back. I would like to see if the water is permanently stained. Yes. That's good, at least. It means that we don't have to do that again in case I missed something. Do you think there's any merit in... I don't remember what I was about to ask. I need to check something in my notes real quick. This is unrelated to anything, but... I want to check my erosion. Etzeres Yena, which I theorized said Eastern Rain. And then we have Je'ari Yena. Perhaps Yena is like a title. Like we got Major over here. We got Baron. We got a Lord. We know Je'ari is a name. So maybe Yena is like the title. Alright, observatory. What do you got for me? Florealis. If you... If I what? What if I? Writing out this conditional is going to take a bit, and I'm worried that we do not have the stars for it. We're going to lose stars every interaction. There's a world where we abandon the Foundation strats to go with Planetarium just to fend off the burning of the sky against our will. Or maybe swap out the banner for the night and get the Morning Star. Well, for the time being, we continue our reconnaissance for any blank books. Though we should also open the possibility of just using the Eastern Spring watering can in green rooms and see if that changes the green room. Resources are already pretty good. I'm holding off on the trading post again for trading post manipulation reasons once more. I don't like the sheer lack of bedrooms, but it may not matter. After all, we already have 7 keys. Doesn't always have to matter. I want to head south. Oh, but walk-in closet could have secrets in it. No, I'll head south. I'm going for the corner. This may not be necessary, but I'm going for the corner. Okay, nothing too special in the corner. Oh, we should really start reintegrating laboratory strats into our plans, because we need more stars in the sky. We can get the good stars in the sky, we can fight the tide of the spiral, and maybe make things good. We have to be careful because Foundation strats have sort of congealed. We need to turn right. We can turn right. Now we would like something with a lot of doors. Great Hall? Perfect. I've unlocked you all. Thank you, Foyer. Okay, more bedrooms will have an immediate benefit to our stat line. Not that we care too much. Break room advances the foundation. But I'm confident we can get another break room later. We have 2 of them after all. Get more bedrooms, increase lockpicking skill, at least increases the stat line. It's something to do. More bedroom. More benefit. I'm worried I'm losing the plot, the purpose. Can't find blank rooms, but blank books. I don't know what the poem means. Yeah, I told you we'd find another break room. I told you, Rotunda is not the best option, but it's the only option. We're kind of tight on ways we can go. I'll geist it. I want coat check and I want a lot of green rooms. Fine. I'm burning rerolls on this. I'll take it. It's green. Now this is some potential. Potential me. There's our watering can. Now I guess we want green? This will end the run. But I need to know if there's like a blank book in the attic. Because there's a lot of room for there to be random junk. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Continuing with my theory of maybe using still water in green rooms to cause a change. And seeing the aquarium as the prism in the poem. I'm gonna run out. I'm going to stop at the solarium, dump out some water so I can refill it with still water. Because of the two, I need to make a sacrifice to give the watering can room to work. From here, I can go down and out. And I'm just hoping that with the rerolls I have, we can get the trading post. I've also not used the banner, so that can also work for us. And there it is. We did it. Now to use it somehow, hopefully. We go to the aquarium, pour it out, see if something happens. Aquarium is right hard up. Okay. Florian's over here. Here's the break room. Rotunda is aligned here. Is it just me or has the water gotten foggier? Can't tell. Maybe I'm just only used to looking inside back when the water was drained. Okay, well, we got the still water. We go in here. Look at things. I'm looking at a thing right now. Here's a light. Well, I don't see it, but we've gotten a step further. Wait a minute. one last job, so that is E5. A lot of 5th rankers. Oh, it's completely inaccessible to us. Check that map again. It was E5, yep. Yeah, we can't go there. That's out of range. So there's nothing left to do except put the watering can back into coat check, contemplate our options, and then proceed. Yep. Okay, so the stars are degrading slowly. The spiral is harmful. But we found the secret of the 5 grid, and now we have to interpret the slightly soggy results. According to the soggy results, the still water is useful for more than just those pages, but I don't know what they're for yet. If we can find more blank books, that would be best. But the other theory of just experimenting, trying it on every single possible green room, looking for changes. Cloister, obviously, is always a good place for some esoteric stuff like that. But I think our most solid lead is to just build up the stars. Read more into the spiral. And just try watering can on more places. We got work to do. I think we're entering into a new age of grind, where we just sort of run through it, get more words on the spiral, see what we can do with them. I'll stare really hard at the poem, see if I can't get some theories on that, but it's pretty esoteric at this point, I feel. It's fine, though. We'll endure. We endured before, and we did pretty alright for ourselves, I would say. And we will continue to do so. I'm Exception. This is In TV. Have a good day, and good night.